Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory? Every journey has its final day. Don't rush. Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
For everyone.
Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots, I have a few references.
Oh ya,
Yan, udahan aku yan abis ini.
makin tolol cok timnya.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
Oh,
Gini dong, nggak ada emen.
Every journey has its final day.
tapi temennya
Don't
rada
rush.
bangsat.
Bisa.
Kadang mau buat roam, fuck you bitch.
Garok.
Roa.
Garok nggak masalah. Nggak usah nge-clear.
Maaf perempuan. Iya, nggak usah
Bagaimana apa?
Cok, burungmu matiin dulu cok.
Nggak usah nge-clear. Bagaimana apa?
Gak, kupingku.
Ini burungnya aneh banget loh, berisik banget.
Ya, dia yang dapat lo kagurat cacat.
Kupingku budek aja.
Tuh, ya aku liatnya.
Osman.
Not so hard. Hey, go Baron Bunny.
Stabilize.
Rian, kamu itu offside Rian.
Offset. Astaga. No kan?
I will have order. Stabilize.
With sword comes shadow.
Mati lagi.
Saya sangat senang, teman saya sangat pintar.
Tuh gas tuh. Ya elah.
Sakit banget.
Masih cok, sakit cok.
lah.
Order guide.
Bukan. Tiga orang.
Kan astaga. Kagurannya kemana, Cok?
Ulti, Cok. Kagura ultimu.
Gak tahu dia kemana. Tergantung.
Anjing nggak bisa pakai Kagura ini, Cok. Orangnya, Cok.
I will have order.
Nowhere to hide.
Solidify.
Shiver.
Order guide you. Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth. And those that come across Liyue tend to stay a while. So it is where many things come to settle. Stabilize. I will have order.
Cut to the chase. You can't run.
Solidify. This is order. I will have order.
I'm all for work-life balance, but I think this is pushing it. In adventuring, as in business, you always have to seize the opportunity while it's there. Come on, enough procrastinating. Let's go.
Stabilize! This is order! Stabilize!
No escape!
Order guide you!
With sword comes shadow. Yeah! I'll race you there!
Stabilize!
Speed of pace! Hup. Nowhere to hide.
definitely be something that catches your eye.
Add a...
Your voice.
I'm all for work-life balance, but I think this is pushing it. In adventuring, as in business, you always have to seize the opportunity while it's there. Don't blink! Huh? Yeah!
This is order. Gather.
Punishment! Yeah!
Solidify. I will have order.
Cut to the chase.
You can't run from death. Stabilize. Gather. Order guide you.
I'll race you there. No one escapes my incapacity. With sword comes shadow.
I will have order.
You can't run. Lights out.
You can't run from death.
Hey, go Baron Bunny.
Stabilize. This is order.
Keep pace. Nowhere to hide. Incomplete.
Solidify. Order guide you.
Kedengeran nggak suaranya?
flight.
Pay your dues.
Incoming. Hey! Ha! Yeah!
Solidify. I will have order.
Gak main lo.
Bet you can't keep up with me. Let it rain. Shiver. Judgment.
Order guide you.
Gak main sih. Event.
With sword comes shadow. Hey! Yeah! Yeah!
Yeah. Gather. Yeah. I will have order.
Incoming. Speed.
You can't run from death.
Don't blink. Cut to the chase.
Order guide you.
You can't run.
You can't run from death.
What a nuisance.
Gather! I will have order!
Punishment.
Stabilize! Order guide you!
Judgment. You can't run. Judgment. Yeah. Lights out. There you can't run.
Solidify! I will have order!
No escape. Yeah. Blink. Yeah. Let me amuse myself a little. Ha! Yeah. Judgment.
Solidify!
Blink. Yeah. Look at me.
This is order!
You can't run.
Gather!
Yeah.
I will have order!
You can't run. Punishment.
Gather! Order guide you!
Judgment. Yeah. Yeah. There you are.
Gather!
Nowhere to hide. Judgment.
Gather!
Let it rain. Hey. Let me amuse myself. Blink. bad at... Leo's really got a lot going for it.
Save this money or invest it.
Halo Yuki.
This world is full of unsolved...
Halo, 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 halo. Gimana Zhongli-nya? Aman?
I believe that you've heard of the Archon War. Many gods used to walk. In the end, you can see Goyun's beneath the spears lie those cast down by Rex Lapis in those days, gods that failed to seize the title of Archon. Not only is it true that gods may die, but so too has the membership of the Seven changed over the last 2 millennia. Rex Lapis's passing is an unimaginable disaster for Liyue. Another Lord of Geo will arise sooner or later. Yet, how are we to forget Rex Lapis? When that, even in a new era, the Liyue
Nyari
Chising
cuan dulu ya
remain
kan?
Rex Lapis's former subjects. Do you really think us capable of having played a part in his demise? Of lacking the
Kedengeran gak sih
foresight to
bisingnya?
see the certain repercussions? That day at Yujing Terrace, it was also very sudden.
Anjir, lupa.
Even I was caught completely off guard. You were, but our enemy has long lain hiding the Exuvia with.
Who's this
What do you think, traveler?
Huh? What are you two talking?
Well answered.
Huh?
The scene.
Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue's tour. Response. I have a...
Wowee! What a huge hall! Paimon's never seen such a fancy place before.
Be at ease, you two. Make yourselves at home if you wish.
Can we really?
I have invited you two here as friends. And when friends come over to play, our enjoyment comes first. Naturally.
Ooh, isn't this that legendary wall?
Why, you've kept your ear to the ground, I see.
That's because even the storytellers are talking about it. Everyone's after a piece of paper from that wall. It's super famous.
That's because that wall records Leo's secrets. Merchants have always been attracted to secrets. But the secrets of the mercantile world are of no interest to you, are they, traveler? You're rather special, really, and I think you're quite aware of that. If possible, I'd like to have your trust. But if you were to choose the more trustworthy person between myself and Kuching... You'd pick Kuching? Nah, I had a feeling. I originally thought her a bit too hard-headed. With someone of her character on the Qixing, I've had some extra messes to clean up behind the scenes. But after she said those words, the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue? Well, I must say that quite a few of my doubts have been dispelled. I won't deny that Rex Lapis's passing seems advantageous to us. But for Liyue's sake, we cannot allow ourselves to be shackled by rumors of our usurpation of power. Indeed. It seems that you understood what I meant to say from the very beginning. I called for the gag order and for the Exuvia to be hidden to temporarily stabilize the situation, and also to prevent something similar to the incident in Mondstadt. With Rex Lapis's death, the Fatui have busied themselves with many clandestine actions beyond their diplomatic remit. As the Tianquan, one responsible for Liyue, I cannot be too concerned with appearances when opposing them. Allowing the rite of parting to take place was also meant to buy some time for us to take control of Liyue's administration.
It's exactly as Zhongli said. The Qixing only provided the venue for the rite so they could use us for their own ends. Wait, that's right. Speaking of ends, could I say one other thing?
Of course.
Paimon's heard that anyone who sends a greeting gift gets a little something in return.
It's all right. I like direct people. Well, we have made quite a bit of trouble for you recently.
Yay! Paimon was just waiting for you to say that. Let's see, what should we get? One of the sheets on that wall. Don't look at Paimon like that. One of these sheets of paper will sell for crazy prices, even if it's only as large as Paimon's fingernail. Just imagine how much more a whole untorn sheet would sell for. Let's grab one, the biggest one. Huh? Well, that was an easy search. The biggest sheet is right up there in the most obvious spot. Let's go with that one. La 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 la. Let's see what's written on it. Huh? There's a place marked with a circle on here. Oh, could it be treasure? Whatever it is, it better make us filthy rich. Let's see what's written over here. Sigil of permission, something, something, Fatui, research, copy. Huh? Aw, that doesn't sound like treasure at all. This piece of paper shows that a Qixing spy discovered traces of classified Fatui research on the Sigil of Permission. Oh, Ningguang did put research on the Sigil of Permission? Paimon wonders what they're up to. Speaking of which, there's also some connection between you and the Sigil of Permission. See, oh, you really think so? Well, should we not go then? Oh, so you're saying that it's precisely because we can't completely trust Ningguang that we should confirm the truth of what she says for ourselves. Anyway, we'll see if you're onto something. Before we look for Zhongli...
That's cheating! Hey! I'll race you there! No escape!
I will have order. Solidify.
Speed of light!
My duty at an end.
And hey!
There really were Fatui at the location written down on this piece of paper. And, they look really mad at us, too.
You need to hurry up.
Don't blink!
Fuel's clogged.
There are so many Taos, Paimon. But how did it... Oh, Taos, maybe the being able to channel... And the last... Let's go...
Right on time. Did you enjoy your visit to the Jade Chamber?
It was so big and pretty and expensive. Paimon's never seen such a fancy schmancy place before.
Indeed. Then you met with Ningguang, I trust? What did you talk about with her?
She's super rich and so generous. Paimon thinks she's very friendly. Yeah, her take on Ningguang.
Oh.
She said that
Indeed, contrary. Although she's friendly. Yes. She has only relied on herself to rise to her. It said that she's the one.
the Jade Chamber is only...
Why more?
All Ningguang talked about was the Fatui this and the Fatui...
That is how the Fatui... No matter what they...
So, is there any...
Yes, as a matter of...
Glaze lilies. Oh, right.
No. Dihua Marsh used to before the Archon. Of course, there are wild glazelet, but I'll need your assistance in gathering these flowers. No, I need...
So how good is your singing? Really? Why doesn't Paimon believe you?
We'll only know once she starts singing.
It's time to sing, whenever you're ready. Da 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 da. What happened? These flowers are jumping. They look really angry. Is it because you sang a song for Mondstadt that they don't understand here in Liyue?
Don't.
Yeah.
I will have order.
Nowhere to hide.
Those weren't glaze lilies. Glaze lilies wouldn't hit people.
This little monster is known as a whopper flower. Strange. These petals look interesting. The glaze lilies used as a disguise were buried with the whopper flower for too long. The result seems to have surprisingly potent medicinal value. Let's collect what we can of these petals.
Well, that's nice and all, but will those petals be useful for the rite of parting?
Unfortunately, no.
That's so lame.
Excuse me. Are you searching for glaze lilies?
Oh, hey, it's... What's-her-face? Paimon?
Yangu? Who's that? You've completely forgotten my name, haven't you? Ah, that reminds me. How was your visit to the Jade Chamber?
Well, it sure would have been better if you told us how to get up there.
Didn't I tell you the way? Surely I did.
Nope, we found the way on our own.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. I guess I really did forget to tell them.
Huh. Something seems a little... She's acting different from the first...
Ah, well, I met you at that time as an emissary of the Tianquan. But now...
You came all the way out here?
Yujing Terrace, whenever my duties...
Oh, so...
No, it's when the Archon War came... Yes. The other 5 of the current 7 Arch. This means that Leo...
So what do you think of this farewell?
Huh? As a mortal, but as an adeptus.
Huh?
Yes, after the war ended, well, I also know where what...
We dare not refuse.
Oh, so did you sing a song?
Indeed, I did.
Wow, so you really know your stuff, too?
No, it is you who I should be thanking. If you would excuse me, I should return to my work now.
And that just about does it. Our preparations for the rite of parting are mostly finished. Given the ease of picking glaze lilies...
Yeah, Paimon can already imagine him starting a business in Liyue.
I've had enough ventures in my life already. Beginning a new undertaking is always difficult at first, and requires no small amount of effort. And once business is at full steam, the stress of it all only wears away at you over time. So you must be careful to take the time to step back and re-examine yourself.
Wow. See? Zhongli sounds like he's already seen it all. Alright, I think it's about time we head back to Liyue Harbor now. What happened?
Ah, you're the consultant to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Mr. Zhongli, I presume. The Millilith are watching our every move now. These are desperate times. We mustn't act rashly.
Desperate times?
The Adepti of Joyun Karst are finally on the move.
Do they intend to exercise force?
Most likely. I've heard that some members of the Qixing have already gone to meet them. Well, I say meet, but it's more like they're attempting to stall the Adepti outside the city. However, both sides were quite obstinate and hit an impasse.
It seems inevitable, given the current situation.
The Adepti do not acknowledge the Qixing. They only acknowledge the contracts of the Geo Archon. If the two sides come to blows, Liyue Harbor will be in no position to stop them.
Surely the Liyue Qixing are not the sort to give in so easily.
Their boneheadedness is known throughout the lands. Yet it's because of that obstinacy that mortals and Adepti are now on the verge of conflict.
And what now? How is it that the Fatui have come under fire?
That's all Ningguang's doing. She proclaimed that in these tumultuous times, the Millilith must rein in the actions of the Fatui. Only now do they want to start keeping tabs on us? That's the Qixing for you. Anyway, Mr. Zhongli, you're one of Child's close associates. Please understand that your actions will reflect on us. Don't let anyone catch you off guard.
It looks like things are about to boil over in Liyue Harbor.
Do you intend to use your neutral identity as an intermediary between both sides? Or will you use your sword to turn the balance? Neither path is an easy one.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli, we've heard that the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor has also been caught up in all of this. They're currently squaring off with the authorities at the gates.
Things are taking a turn for the worse. I'm afraid I must leave now to handle things back at Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. I hope that Master Hu has been able to keep things under control for the moment. Consider your next course of action carefully, Traveler.
Having connections with the Fatui seems to be quite the So what does Zhongli mean by looking for the fuse? Oh, Paimon gets it. If there's anyone that wants to see the whole city turned upside down, it's definitely him. He must be waiting for the moment when no one is watching to do something really bad. But where could we find him now? Where would he go at a time like this?
I hear you've got a job for me.
The hunt begins! Wow! This is the Golden House? It looked impressive enough from the outside. This is where all of Tevat's Mora is minted, right? Oh, so it's a trap! Tricky, tricky. Good thing Paimon's got you here. But even if we can't take any, we can still have a closer look, right? Or better yet, take a nap on top of a mountain of Mora. It's like an... Oh, right. Back to business. It's quiet. Too quiet. Surely someone's gotta be guarding something as important as the Exuvia. Huh? Look! What happened here? Uh-oh. Paimon smells trouble. Quick! We have to go make sure that the Exuvia... Speed cut!
You've already fulfilled your task as guides.
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my way. Where should I start? Well, I've never been one to beat around the bush, you know. But who could... If it weren't for that lovely little rite of parting ceremony you put together, it would have taken me a whole lot longer to get the information I needed. Stopping the Mora mints, hiding away...
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside the Exuvia all along?
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, it's my duty to see the will of the Tsaritsa fulfilled. She will get that which she desires. I'm not asking for your blessing, and there's nothing you could... The time for discussion and diplomacy has already passed. Either way, we now come to my favorite part. The battle.
Battle? So you're the type that goes looking for trouble, huh?
You could say... When Signora offended the deities outside the cathedral in Mondstadt, instead of confronting you directly, when she faces a worthy opponent, she will... But as for me, the greatest pleasure of being a Harbinger lies in crossing blades with...
We won't let what happened in Mondstadt ever...
Oh, so you intend to fight me? Good. I won't... Besides, you could never defeat me. Not even... Fighting talk, I love it! This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with the Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint. Haha, good. No wonder Signora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger. Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get. Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing us to get close to the Exuvia!
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected! Well then, I'll be taking Morax's Gnosis now! Huh? I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
not bad. But this is going to cost you! Yeah! You got to the Noxus ahead of me, didn't you? Did you simply move faster? Or did you leak the information regarding the Golden House to me on purpose? No matter. Hand the Gnosis over, now! Don't make me take it from you!
We didn't take it! Don't blink! We keep it pulling. You can't run! Incoming! Shake it, hands!
Gather! I will have order!
Nowhere to hide. Speed of light.
You're a cut above.
Look! Child's back to normal again.
Well then, time to cool off. It seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great for my body. I lacked the opportunity to think this through. And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you never had any chance of beating me to the Gnosis. You had no connection to the Gnosis, no matter where it had been taken.
That's what we've been trying to tell you. We didn't take it.
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Signora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could that be? You already know the answer, don't you? I can see it in your eyes. But if that is a secret you wish to keep, I guess I'll just have to curb my curiosity. This battle has already left me satisfied. Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend, even if our friendship can only be shown in battle against one another.
Pretty sure that's not the normal way to make friends.
Unfortunately, I must bring this amiable conversation to an end. My quest still beckons. Given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone, then we must look once again to the beginning. Perhaps it was never in the Exuvia to begin with. In fact, it might be that the Exuvia was just a diversion of sorts.
What? So you mean that...
Yes, it appears so. Interesting to say the least. It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also well versed in little maneuvers beyond the boundaries of contracts. As such, we must now look to our backup plan.
Backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this, for the weak will be swept away in the process. The truth is, the world belongs to those who pursue strength. I seldom willingly involve myself with the weak. Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our methods as Fatui Harbingers. Children must all learn to eat their vegetables sometime.
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyon's stone forest.
A god?
Osial, overlord of the Vortex, who was defeated by Morax, the Geo-Archon in the Archon War, and who has remained pinned beneath the waves by the Geo-Archon's stone spears ever since. If such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon Liyue Harbor, defenseless without the protection of its deity, do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and watch the ensuing destruction?
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years ago. How can an ancient god appear in a world now overseen by the Seven?
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Hey, those are sigils of permission! Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been researching them.
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a byproduct of our research. With the power of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place, along with that which was bestowed upon me as a harbinger by our Tsaritsa, breaking the subduing might of the Geo-Archon spears for a time should be no obstacle. Using the powers of ancient gods in such a situation fails to interest me, and is largely against my principles. But knowing that such an action will not only force the Geo Archon to show its hand, but you as well, that makes matters a little more intriguing. Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Huh? He's already gone. That guy is fast. What's going on? Exhausted. If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of the Golden House, we really wouldn't have known which way to go. Did we make it in time? Is the Overlord of the Vortex still in the sea? It hasn't destroyed Liyue yet, has it?
What are you doing here?
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the Jade Chamber? Paimon thought you were arguing with the Qixing. Is the fighting over?
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside for now and unite against this common enemy.
Oh, Paimon gets it. So how do you plan to defend Liyue? Just seeing this Overlord of the Vortex guy puts a pit in Paimon's tummy, even from all the way out here.
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. The force of an ancient god's presence seems to be too much for ordinary people to handle. Which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any closer to Liyue Harbor.
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against enemies like that thing? Now that's scary. So will the power of the Qixing, Millilith, and Adepti gathered here be enough to stop that god?
We've already discussed this together, and our conclusion is... not necessarily.
What? But all of you were supposed...
Ballista when it piqued their fancy. And as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong Ballista with one's own hands is here. For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet, it would take one, but a little tinkering to turn this ballista into an engine of war beyond your wildest thoughts.
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adepti that we should be thankful for. So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong Ballista to fight off that god. All the Adepti here can lend their strength to man it. We haven't a moment to spare. Our battle begins now.
Yep.
The 3 Adepti are manning the Guizhong Ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work!
All able Millilith, with me!
Let's go help too!
We Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you? What wishes to witness?
Stabilize!
Diana special! Don't... Shake it, air!
Order guide you! Gather!
That is Osial's divine power. I am very familiar with it. Be careful not to get hit.
This is the Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How daring. Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
Look at you, Boozle!
You can't run!
The ancient god's attacking again! There are so many between too! We can't look!
Were you about to say be careful of them, children? Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
This is adeptal energy! That light from your body, it's like the time in Julian Cars! Whoa! It's Madame Pink's shockwave! This green is really strong! Go Diana special!
Don't blink! Hey!
My work. Finished.
This is order!
Hey! Let's move! With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil! Cast your fear of injury by the wayside, and fight with all your might! I too did this during the Archon War!
So this is what Ganyu's like in a fight!
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast!
Solidified!
Child, you are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle.
I'm here! Look at you, Booth!
Order guide you!
With sword comes shadow!
This is order.
Diana, special punishment!
Exercise caution. I fear that the god's power has reached its peak.
In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
This is order.
Can't handle your drink, huh? Let's go, let's go. Don't blink, huh?
I will have order.
Lights out. Income, huh? Look at you!
Stable up. Order guide you.
Shaken and stirred!
Hey! Cut to the chase! You can't! The Fatui's numbers are thinning!
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Is it finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun to fade. The effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex can make any waves again.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here, the future of Liyue Harbor would surely have been in great jeopardy.
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend to have forgotten the reason for which we came.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income in preparation for building the Jade Chamber. At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with continued expansion, it has become the palace that lies before you now. It is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman and as the backbone of the Liyue Qixing. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such cooperation and sacrifice deserves at least some recognition, don't you agree?
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be used as some leverage in our negotiations. Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came here today. But please forgive us. We cannot yield to your wishes.
Oh?
3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti signed a contract with Rex Lapis to protect Liyue 3,700 years ago. Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, immovable as stone, just as it was thousands of years before. This is truly no small feat. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same city as it was all those years ago. Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your sights on our city and each of the citizens that dwell within it.
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would see Liyue in a new light.
Forebearers, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be part of such a lineage.
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. Each passing generation of the Qixing leaves many things of value to be inherited by the next generation. I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had strove under his rule to survive in our mortal world, establishing a network of contracts which has since come to be known as trade. But I dared not speak. I could only gaze at him in silence until the moment I awoke.
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
Right! That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the Four Winds and the people of the Animal Archon. The Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides, because he believed that such conflict would only scar the hearts of both, and that nothing good would come of it.
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity. As Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an outlander who has lent us such succor.
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens? I know I already have, so why not see for yourselves?
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millilith. I have come to extend my thanks to the Adepti. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, our forces were not as badly battered as I feared we might be. Although I am a mere mortal soldier. I promise to hold the line and never betray the grace given to us by the illuminated Adepti this day.
Huh? Why does everyone look so down? Didn't we just beat that big monster?
Weren't you frightened, dear? It was quite the predicament.
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millilith guards were there, and those powerful heroes with their visions were there. Everyone was there. When danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, they make fun toys and tasty snacks and loads of things that make the harbor so pretty. Thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please come visit us for the next lantern rite.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. It must be hard being an Adeptus. Aww.
You see, this is what Liyue is like today. The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection. But it is no longer necessary for the city to rely on the Adepti's power to solve every little niggling matter. Although their blood is weak, there is still strength to be found in those we call mortals. The time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed. Now is the time of contracts between Liyue and its people.
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place. Wouldn't you say so, Cloud Retainer?
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead this expedition to Liyue Harbor.
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, Conqueror of Demons.
Yes, one understands what the Conqueror of Demons means. The city of Liyue has changed much after our long separation. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue, you humans would have once again changed the place beyond recognition. Fair enough. Away we shall, and return whence we came.
Since we Adepti have consensus, then one shall persist no further. But how will we ensure that the Liyue Chising will not simply exploit their power once we depart? In my view, that is still a thing to be guarded against.
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of supervision is best left to the people of Liyue.
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti was avoided. All's well that ends well, huh? Oh, right! It's nice that we've got peace and all, but we're forgetting one thing. Child wanted to unleash the god so he could lure Rex Lapis out. But we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex on our own, so Rex Lapis never showed up. Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get to the bottom of that Archon's death, too? Hyman doesn't get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adeptiless Rite of Parting that we're organizing? No idea where Zhongli's gone. Let's ask for him at Wangshem Funeral Parlor.
Auto miskin reason gitu kayak ya. Tapi sampai level 70 lagi sih.
Incoming!
Holy cuisine is inedible.
Is there anything I can do?
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you please tell him we're here?
Unfortunately, Zhongli is...
Doesn't the Northland Bank, but last time we saw Zhang, do you think he doesn't know we had better go and...
Don't blink!
Holy cuisine.
You call this cooperation?
Don't take it. Oh, it seems that some of your friends have arrived.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child.
It's you two. Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something.
No, don't let her get to you. You've yet to gather the powers of all 7 elements, so it might be best to keep things
Well, if it isn't... Oh, now don't say... Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Nothing personal. The real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. So actually, I think...
Stop wasting time, child. You remember the agreement.
What in the...
The contract is fulfilled.
How sanctimonious.
What? No, wait.
I do not give it for...
Yeah, you don't... Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain. As you know, even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erupt until one drizzly day. As I was I stood motion.
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to was Liyue, so I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the Liyue. Indeed I was, that's right.
So you mean...
Of course. Just as a child...
I was... The Adepti deserve the... And hats off to the... All the while, these things were all... I had expected them. They seized the opportunity.
Huh?
Hey, what about...
I think that if you hadn't created...
Huh? Just two-sider, be that as it may.
Well then...
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a book.
Do as you wish.
Now then.
Right!
Realistically speaking.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. My agreement with the cry. As for the bargaining, uncover that answer for...
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the start of the show is fake, we spent so much time trying to...
Sorry, lupa. Dah. Dengeran nggak? Aing lupa shit.
So
one real pot Fatui. Shh. Don't.
You know that.
Yes.
Say.
Now that you, I mean it still.
For.
Hear ye all, the
Udah kedengeran belum?
though a dragon's gods and rumors, and having been thwarted in it, nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Paimon needs a translation on what the Qixing's announcement said. So that something feels off. Could the Qixing already... Did exactly, right? Look, it's Ningguang and Keqing. Are they saying something? Are their speeches over?
As said previously, Rex Lapis' soul returning to the heavens is the end of the contract. And it is also the end of an era.
3,700 years of contracts burnt and reduced to ash.
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous. But blinded by our prosperity, we forgot that time can be pitiless.
The long, unending dream of our Archon walking among us.
Now that we have awoken from our dream, we must learn to say farewell. Will you stand with us as we re-establish our contracts? As we build a new age of prosperity?
So concludes the words of Her Eminence the Tianquan. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Huh? Is she looking this way?
Traveler.
Yikes! She really is looking our way!
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young. The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And as you have heard, our eyes see far and our reach is long. Name your price. You deserve that much.
Whoa!
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters? If you were
roping
the cleanup.
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this! And here you are
Right. You're right.
But why would more...
As the when I was journeying...
Oh, no, what?
Lanjut baby,
Well, we were only in the city of Kamer, the Archon Morak. I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli. That is true. But there is no journey that... I fear that continuing... Yes. The Electro-Archon...
Paimon...
That is the case.
That said, Zhongli...
It's because of visions.
Visions?
When faced with but if a person shows truth, this is what visions are.
Uh-huh. That's...
But starting from last year...
Vision hunt?
Yes. They
want to seize vision?
I should think that in the...
Whoa!
The Animo Archon is the fact that even I, knowing her... 7 ideals for 7... All right then. Well then.
Everything is... Just what will we come across this time?
Lo nggak main cuy. Hah?
Leave it to me. Don't blink. Speed of light. Don't blink. Speed of light.
Solidify! Solidify!